Hi. This is Channel 6 by 9 Storyteller on my channel. The best stories that happened in life with people are collected. I wish you a pleasant viewing. I killed a man, and don't know if it was the right thing to do. This was multiple years ago. Back in the young hooligan days, at some party in the absolute middle of nowhere outside of some small town with absolutely nothing. There weren't too many people there, and I honestly still don't know how my group ended up there, but we did. We weren't even from anywhere around here. The night just took us there. Everything was going great, having a great time being normal 17 to 20-year-old kids, doing what kids that age did. Had the music loud, beers flowing, just being kids. I 20 meters, with two of my friends 20 meters and 18 meters, kinda sticking to ourselves most of the night due to the fact that we really didn't know how we got there or anybody else that was there. We're throwing them back like we never have. As the night rolls on, we each find our own little fling to keep us occupied, making small talk and such. We all know how it goes. The night kept going and we were all in and out of conversation with each other and our little flings, but deep into conversation with one of my buddies. I realized that the girl I was flirting with had disappeared, which was weird due to the fact that she rode with the girl one of my friends was messing with. So I walk up to her and my friend and ask her what happened to her friend, if she had went home early or what, to which she responds, "I'm her only way out of here, so she's got to be here somewhere." So that rouses suspicion. Nobody's seen her in about 30 minutes, so we all begin to look. In a decent sized house with what had to have been 3 to 4 bedrooms, I come across a closed door with a light shining from under and I knock and get no response. So I try the door handle and it's locked. So I ask the guy whose house we were in about the door, to which he responds there shouldn't be anybody in that room. So I immediately think the worst and stumble with the door handle trying to get it unlocked with no reward. Then kick the door of the hinges and what I saw still chills me to the bone. I won't go into too much detail for the young minds out there, but it was a disgusting sight. 1. The bed, the girl I was flirting with. No clothes on, hands and feet tied to the bed, a rag taped in her mouth with blood coming from everywhere, and some dude on top of her having his way. I'm sure we've all had this feeling before, but I immediately saw red. Start speech, end speech. I jump on this dude's back and wrestle him out of the room, down the hall and out of the front door. We get on the front porch and get at it, having no ravers for his well-being at all at this point. After going at it for a couple minutes, breaking the furniture and whatever else these people had on their front porch. He falls off of the porch face first. I jump down and still have no clue what made me do it. Grab my pistol out of the back of my jeans and ping it right at his face right when he turns around. He's begging me not to and everybody else is screaming at me. I still have no clue what made me do it, but I pulled the trigger. After what felt like a lifetime sitting there trying to realize and take in exactly what I had just done, I feel one of my friends grab the pistol out of my hand and make sure it was clear before anything else happened. I immediately run back to the room to check on the girl. Her friends had already untied her at this point and wrapped her with a bedsheet. Her face was almost unrecognizable. She was so scared her friends could barely get close to her, and then the cops arrive and handcuff everyone they could until they got the full story. Which I never denied any of it, so they put me in the back of the car and haul me off. Sitting in my cell waiting for court. Which didn't take long due to the fact that there was maybe 1,000 people within a 300-mile radius. Family and friends came to see me from time to time for the 2 weeks I was stuck there. But finally the court date comes, and by the grace of the good Lord above and Lord knows what else, the girl that was tied to that bed was the county judge's niece. We went through the motions of court and he ended up thanking me for what I did. He couldn't just let me go without anything, so I did get charged with stolen firearms possession and 500 hours of community service. Tell me I wasn't the luckiest man in earth that day. After a while I caught wind of what happened to the girl. Almost every bone in her face was broken and was blinded in her left eye. At first this news made it a little bit easier for me to deal with, but I still took a young man's life, whether he deserved it or not. And I know the place I sent him to is a lot worse than what that girl had to live with for the rest of her life. It's been 5 years now. I still don't get much sleep because every time I close my eyes I see that kid's face, begging me not to do what I did. I'm not 100% sure that it will ever go away. Some days are better than others, but it's never not there. I ask myself every day if I did the right thing or not. Some days I tell myself yes, and others it's hard to convince myself of that. I had to say this somewhere because words of the mouth just don't come out right most of the time. But that's my story and I hope somebody can help me out.